Prayer Garden uses Summer's name, drama, and threats to grift for new channel members. Let's check it out.
This video is fair use. It is transformative and is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, reporting, teaching, and more.
Okay, so this is the video we'll be reviewing today, or part of it. It is from Thursday, May 16th into Friday, May 17th. And it is titled, Let's Listen to the Call. Why was no one helping? Summer Wells Case. Alright, so hello and welcome. It is me, TPE, and I'm glad you're here. I also wanted to thank the person who sent me in the direction of this video and told me I should just go check it out for a second. I actually have a hard time watching Prayer Garden these days. She just repeats the same regurgitated information over and over again, and it seems like most of it is just made up in her own little head. I also tend to feel like I need to take a bath in holy water by the time I'm finished. So let's get into this now.
Somehow this case will be solved. At some point it will be, no doubt in my mind. But I wanted to tell everyone, if you want to give tonight,
wait for it. Here comes the grift.
And throw a blessing into this chat for Summer. Please throw in memberships. Throw in the memberships, please, because after tomorrow night, you know, if another certain hater decides to come at PG on the 7th, I won't be in tomorrow night, because I will observe the 7th, because that's what I do. That's what I do, no matter what. I observe the 7th. Why? Because my God tells me to, and I'm not going to defy my God. But if they do, let me tell you, come Saturday, there's going to be member only live, members only, and I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to be good. It ain't going to be good. What I'm saying is, I'm going to put the truth out there. I'm going to put some truth out here like nobody's ever seen the truth before. Let me tell you, I'm going to put some real truth out here come Saturday.
Okay, let me get this straight. PG, you just used Summer's name and asked people to bless Summer by giving you money to join your membership so that you can do some sort of crazy live stream about someone who made a live about you. So, as far as I know, she's talking about Lisa K, and I do believe Lisa K made a live stream about her, which I haven't watched yet. But Prayer Garden people talk on you all the time, and that's because it's because of what you do to Summer and other people. You've hurt a lot of people on this platform. I know you like to play the victim, and we're going to hear that coming up as well. But why are you using Summer's name, putting this drama on what you call Summer's channel, and then racking in a bunch of money? And we're going to see that too, because the people do start paying, because they want to see the drama. The problem is you're using Summer's name to do so. You literally ask people to bless Summer and join your membership. That is a mess, Prayer Garden, and that's wrong. It's very wrong, because they're joining your membership to see a shit show that has nothing to do with Summer. It's kind of disgusting. Let's continue. But first, I just want to hear that short clip again from the beginning where you use Summer's name to grift memberships.
I want to tell everyone, if you want to give tonight, and throw a blessing into this chat for Summer. Please throw in the memberships. Throw in the memberships, please, because
Prayer Garden, I would love for you to explain how this is a blessing for Summer and not just for you, because it's money in your pocket. I think this is a big grift, but we'll see what happens. And I was just thinking, I wouldn't bother going to pay for her membership. I have a feeling that somebody will clip it. I just have a feeling. So probably get to hear it for free and not have to help exploit Summer. So that's important to know.
Amen. And I'm not going to hold back. I'm not holding back, y'all. You're going to hear it from A to Z. You will hear it from A to Z. No doubt. And so if you want to bless, please bless in that way so more people will be able to be there. I don't like to do members only, but under the circumstances, I have no other choice.
Why I think this is all just a grift so she can pay some bills. She obviously needs some money. And that's because if she's thinking she's going to do some doxing or private phone calls or whatever she thinks she's going to do, Prayer Garden, it will still be a terms of service violation if you do it on members, if that's what you're thinking of doing. Yeah, it's not going to make any difference. You'll still get reported. You'll still get community guideline strikes, whether it's on members, whether it's public, doesn't matter. So that's why I know this is a grift and that you just need some money. Is it getting close to the end of the month? Something must be due. Well, it's got to be something. It could also just be a scare tactic for Lisa Kay, and I believe White Boy she brings up as well. She wants to drop all the truth bombs on all the people who are talking about her. But she wants to remain anonymous, right? Make that make sense. She deserves her privacy, right? Yeah, make that make sense. Prayer Garden, you are hypocritical. And I think this is all for money and all for threats. You just don't want these people talking about you anymore. You don't want your bad behavior repeated to the whole community. Well, here's a truth bomb for you, PG. We already know what type of person you are. I'd say thousands upon thousands of people already know. Because we hear them talking, we see them commenting, so they know. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You've already shown us exactly who you are.
That's, but you're going to hear and see from A to Z. No doubt. I'm just letting you know. Hey, the legendary member for 7 months. Glad I'm a member. Amen, girl. God bless. God bless. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Colt. I'm so sorry. Maybe somebody will bless memberships tonight, and girl, you will get one. Maybe you'll get one. I'd be praying for you.
She's praying for gifted memberships. Wow.
But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there for everyone, and also want to give you an opportunity to become a member. I think it's only right that I forewarn you. I forewarn everyone that this is out of my control. It's out of my control, you guys. It would have to be members only.
Actually, Prayer Garden, this is fully in your control. It's in your control not to use Summer's name to try and get memberships, and it's in your control not to make threats to people that if they're going to talk about you, you're going to expose everything about them. And then they probably have to worry about things, that they've said to you in the past because some of these people were your friends before, and maybe you had conversations with them. Yeah, now they get to sit back and worry because you're threatening them in the name of Summer. I don't know what is wrong with you people. And then we have her using God and religion to manipulate you, along with Summer Wells and her name, and how she's a victim and how she's here for victims. Prayer Garden, you make victims. You make them. I haven't seen you do one thing that has helped Summer. And if you have, I'd love for you to tell me. And if you're going to say, oh, I keep her name out there, you keep her name out there with a bunch of lies, a bunch of drama, and a bunch of BS. BS that you regurgitate on a nightly basis and make money on over and over and over again. And now you have people going around to other chats repeating your BS. When you say something, you don't share that it's your opinion. So people take it as it's fact. And when you nail things into people's heads every single night, over and over again, for literally years now, they probably start to believe it. When you hear something enough times, and you don't know better, you start to believe it's true. Not very bright people sometimes, especially the ones who have been hanging around for quite some time. I mean, you'd think they'd know by now, but there's clearly some people who aren't getting it.
Because, just because. I think you all understand. So I just wanted to give you, the heads up and let you know. Colt, super sticker, $1.99. Oh, I appreciate that, girl. I really appreciate that.
And so it begins. That didn't take long, did it?
Oh, wow. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Get to 5 Prayer Garden of America memberships. There you go. 5 more people will be in there. 5 more will be in there tomorrow night. God bless. Or not tomorrow night. Saturday night. Saturday. Trust me. I don't take getting, people coming at me sideways on the Lord's Sabbath. I just don't.
But any other day is okay for you to do it to others, right, Prayer Garden? Any other day is okay. Yeah. And of course you have no problem mixing it right in with your coverage of Summer Wells. That doesn't sound like something the God that I know would approve of. Not one bit.
And I ain't trying to be malice. Oh, spread the love. Gift at 1 Prayer Garden of America membership. I appreciate that. Absolutely. God bless. Susan, member for 11 months. Hey, girl, I appreciate it. God bless. And these are gifts that we'll keep giving, and one that so many people will be so happy tonight to get, so they can be in that live come Saturday. And I'm going to tell you, you don't want to miss it. Because there's a lot of questions that's been being asked, right? A lot of questions been being asked about a lot of things. And you know what? I'm about to let you all know the truth.
And I don't want my video and her words to make you want to go there and pay her money so she can continue to not only exploit Summer Wells, but also threaten people and have them worry that maybe their private stuff is going to come out, like real life stuff. So please don't. Just please don't. There will be a way, okay? I'm not even convinced that she's going to actually go through with it. I think she just wanted this money because she's grifting. And I think she used it as a threat. And I really don't think it's necessary to go give this exploitative woman any money. We don't want to help her in any way, do we? The only way we help her on this channel is by not doxing, by not stooping to her level, by not showing pictures of her, by not digging into her personal and real life. That is what we will do to help her. We will not stoop to her level. Not ever. There's definitely other channels who do that. If you did want to see it, you could find it, I'm sure, but we're not going to do that here. 2 wrongs do not make a right. Even though we know Prayer Garden has doxed, put out pictures of people, and then deleted, they're still out there, Prayer Garden. You are no better. But here we can choose to do better. We will call you out for your fuckery, but we do not have to stoop down to your low level. Low like the pits of hell.
The truth about a lot of stuff that, that PG's been, I've been keeping under my hat. But it's going to be out there. Trust me. Oh, BC Proud, gifted 1 Prayer Garden of America membership. Hey, I appreciate that. God bless. There is one more person able to be there tomorrow. One more person able to be there tomorrow. Absolutely. I'm not, you guys know me well enough. That, I am not a membership. I do not push memberships. I don't push them ever. Ever.
Prayer Garden, people aren't buying that BS, are they? We did an entire video showing just how you do push memberships and super stickers by using Summer Wells. Yep, by using her, you get more super chats and super stickers, and by complaining all the time that you never have any money, and that this channel doesn't make money, and that God put you here to help Summer, And then every single time you get a gift of some sort, like a super chat or a member, you always say, "Thanks so much for supporting Summer's channel." You have even said, "If Summer saw this, she would wrap her arms around you and give you a big old hug." That is how you thank people for gifting memberships. And somehow people think they're actually helping Summer by giving you money. And in turn, you just sit there and bash her parents, spread lies, spread your theories as fact, when in fact they're not. You do drama in her name, and we all know everybody likes a little bit of drama. I just don't think it belongs in a missing child's case. And yeah, that's exactly how you manipulate these people on a constant daily basis to send you money by using Summer's name and that emotional attachment that people have to her. For some reason, people think you're doing her justice. You're not. You're doing the complete opposite. You're not helping her one bit. And here comes some more. Prayer Garden is going to be a victim. Let's get out the violins.
I've been here I've been out here for a long time, you guys. I've been out here a long time, and you guys know, that I do not push anything, and I'm not pushing anything tonight. I'm just giving everybody the heads up, right? Because I think I would want someone to tell me, right? Hey, there's going to be all this going down, and you want to be there if it was going down, and of course I want to be there. So, and I would want the opportunity if it's members only, because I know if I wasn't a member, I'd be a little upset that I wasn't, that I didn't get the heads up to become one, so I could be there and hear and see everything. So, I don't push anything, but I do, believe in telling the truth, and I do believe in, letting everyone know ahead of time what's coming, on Saturday, what's coming on Saturday. So, like I said, I'm not going to take it lightly. I'm not going to take it. I took so much out here. You guys, from day one. I took so much, right? PG's took so much.
We've got our tiny violins out for you, PG. PG has took so much. PG, you have done so much to others. You have doxed people, you have bullied them, you have fat shamed them, you have gone too far on so many occasions. And yes, you've deleted it. And that kind of tells you everything you need to know. The fact that you can't leave it up there tells me a lot. And you're a bully. You're a horrible, mean, cranky, crusty old bully. And you do go after people. If you don't like what people are saying because they're reviewing your content and they're calling out your BS, that's too bad, because that's what happens on YouTube. And while you sit up there and blame people for a child's disappearance without actual facts, even though you claim they're facts, they're not. And you sit up there and put blame on people, that's disturbing. And then you want to cry like a little victim when people call you out for it? Nah. We're going to keep the tiny violins out for you though, okay? Okay. And I hope that you guys can see that this is all part of the grift. It's manipulation at its finest.
And man, I've took it. I've weathered the storm, right? I've weathered the storm because why? Jesus weathering it with me. But I think that it's this truth is overdue. This truth is overdue. Out here, it's overdue. And by God, I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it to the table. I'm gonna bring it to the table, you guys.
Manipulation means to control, change, or warp the behaviors or perceptions of others. It involves the use of deception and underhanded methods to achieve personal aims. Thus, there is often a negative connotation, because it's considered to be exploitative.
Do you have anyone in mind? As we go through this video with Prayer Garden, we'll talk a little bit about some of the signs of manipulation.
1. They instill self-doubt in others. If someone made you second-guess yourself often, it also counts as a manipulative behavior. This is because doubt affects an individual's self-confidence.
It could also be perceived as manipulating a person to feel bad about themselves. In return, it makes the manipulator feel good in knowing that they have succeeded in holding power over the individual.
And, and I just like all of you, just like you. Matter of fact, PG's one of you, right? I'm one of you. I was in the chats. I was wanting to get out information to help Summer, right? That's how I ended up here, where we're at now. That's how I ended up here, right? Where we are today. And I'm one of you. I'm for the missing children. I am for the true victims. I'm for the one, I got a normal mind. I live with a normal, everyday, common sense mind, right? Just like all of you do. I mean, how people cannot be for the victim, I don't know. I don't understand it at all. I absolutely do not understand it. Angel Girl, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. I so appreciate it. God bless.
Manipulators sometimes use guilt to hold power over their victims. They take advantage of kindness. Ever heard of being too kind for your own good? Well, be careful, because you are ripe for the picking by manipulators.
They're quick to exploit your kindness to their own advantage, which is also a form of emotional manipulation. A kind individual often wants to offer their help to those who need it. However, manipulative people tend to exploit that because help will be given to them out of goodwill. The one thing to notice is that they usually do not return the favor when you need their help.
And absolutely, thank you to everyone. Gifted memberships, appreciate you all. Much love to you all. Amen. Absolutely, Carrie, absolutely. We do appreciate it. And I'm sure all the people receiving these memberships are so thankful and grateful, because I know they're going to want to be there. They're going to want to be there Saturday. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys know, PG shows up in the middle of the day, right? I show up in the middle of the day. Something ain't right, right? And if PG is going to be doing a member only, then I have no other choice. You guys know that.
Well, we also know that when PG did her other members live, the only one I kind of remember hearing about, she was just a big bully. Now, Prayer Garden, you do know that usually means you're breaking terms of service, right? And YouTube doesn't take too kindly to that, even if it's on members only. And I do believe there's a panel guest coming up that's going to say something soon, hopefully, if I clip that. And it becomes pretty obvious that Prayer Garden doesn't really care about breaking terms of service, or she's just ignorant to it. I'm not sure. But I'm also going to bring up that Lisa Kay, I went to her channel and I had a listen. And all I hear her doing is calling out the things that you have lied about, that you have spread misinformation. She's calling you out on your BS. The same type of thing I do over here. And she's showing the receipts of all the times that you've been wrong. At least the provable times. And there's so much more. She's going over your BS. And Prayer Garden, that is not bullying you. That is standing up for the victim. What you do is not standing up for the victim. You're just bashing other people. Clearing up the BS in a live, active, ongoing missing child's case, well, I don't think that's bullying. But when you sit up there making threats, body shaming people, and just taking it way too far, that, my dear, that is bullying and against terms of service. Interesting how other people don't need to go on members only or think that that's going to help in order to do a live stream. Lisa's just out there calling out your BS with facts and receipts, which is a lot more than I can say about you. Now, White Boy, that's a different story. I think he does take it to a different direction. I don't do that over here. I don't really condone that type of thing. But hey, Prayer Garden, if you are an eye for an eye person, then I guess it is what it is. But again, I don't exactly know what you have planned, and I think it was mostly to do with Lisa. And again, I listened to what she had to say, and I didn't hear any type of threats or doxing or anything about making money off of Summer.
So, like I said, I'm going to tell you, I don't take kindly. I don't take kindly to people coming sideways at me when they think, when they believe. Don't come at me, when I'm resting with the Lord, right? Don't come at me when I'm resting with the Lord. I don't take that lightly. And I'm sure God ain't going to either, right? I don't think God's going to either. And, I'm not doing this because, out of any reason other than the truth needs told, right? The truth needs to be told. The truth needs to be told. It's finally time that someone, tells the truth, the whole truth about, about some of these people, who they are, how they are, and what they are, right?
Well, then why do you need to go on members only to do that, Prayer Garden? The only thing I can think of is because you think you're going to break terms of service, possibly. Maybe do some doxing, some more threats, some going real life. But you had to sell and make money in Summer's name to do that as well. That's pretty disturbing. There's nothing wrong with putting the truth out there. In fact, Prayer Garden, you should try doing that on your live streams, on your normal live streams. When you're covering a missing child, try telling the truth then.
They spread false information on purpose. How does false information relate to manipulative behavior, you ask? The thing is, it can affect an individual's perception of various matters or about a person. The manipulation begins with a circulation of false information as an attempt to get people to view things in a certain way.
That sounds very familiar.
By doing so, the manipulator can gain more control in achieving their desired outcome, because they've manipulated people into thinking the same way.
And some people, they're lying. They're lying. And I don't like liars. So I'm going to expose all the truth. It's going down. I'm telling you, it is. It's going to happen. Hey, Granny's house. I appreciate that. Thank you, PG, and everyone who keeps Summer's name out there. Hey, God bless Granny's house. I appreciate that. God bless. I appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it.
Okay, so we're about to have that panel guest that I was talking about. I think this is the first panel guest she has. I forget what her YouTube name is. And she doesn't really talk too much besides in the beginning, because we all know PG just takes over, interrupts, won't let people speak. But she did have some really good advice for PG when she first came up, so we're going to listen to that part. And then we're going to hear PG just take over, make it all about herself, as usual, like the good manipulator that she is. Anyway, let's give a listen to what this kind lady has to say. And again, I apologize, I don't know her name and it's not on the screen. But let's hear it.
That came up, honey, is you're going to be doing a members live on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the people in chat are going to be recording that and taking it to other people's channels.
I really don't care what they do.
Okay.
After the fact, I don't care what they do. It's just that I have to do it members only.
Okay. We don't want to see you hurt, honey. We don't want to see you hurt.
What? How would I be hurt? I think when I hold church and tell the truth on all these people, who's going to be hurt? Not me.
She really doesn't get it. Or she doesn't care. But she doesn't get that by breaking terms of service, even if you delete it, it may take a little bit longer, but YouTube is not going to put up with that forever. It may take time because they take their time sometimes with people like her who break terms of service often. But I have no doubt there are people reporting and probably even in contact with YouTube. People who have been bullied and body shamed and doxxed. I just have a feeling. Anyway, it's either that or she just really wants that money. I'm going to go with it's a bit of both.
Yeah, well, that's what
it ain't gonna hurt me a bit. But it's sure going to let people know who they are.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I've already been hurt, right? What I'm saying is, with WB coming sideways at me and all the things that he's already done, and look at the pictures, the pictures and stuff that this guy, I didn't even know who this guy was until, he got with the Wells and they sicked him over here on me sideways, right? I didn't even know who this guy was, but but I learned who he was real quick. And how did I learn who he was real quick? I learned who he was real quick by, all the ugly things he was saying. And he's attacking, right? He's attacking innocent women, trying to say these innocent women are me. He's, putting up horrible, pictures of, not just myself, but, he's going sideways at other people too, right? He's going sideways at Justin. He's going sideways, at so many other people. Ziggy, Smalley, anybody who is for Summer, anybody who loves Summer, anybody who truly cares and wants this baby found, brought home, and justice served.
So basically, he's going after tragedy pimps, like you, Prayer Garden. Ones who exploit Summer Wells, lie on her family, and Prayer Garden, you've been known to put out a lot of people's pictures. A lot, including Daisy, who's another creator, including plenty of people who are somehow tied to Summer Wells, who are probably innocent. You have recorded many conversations with these people, not told them, and put it on YouTube. You have doxed where they live. You have shown pictures of their family members. You have done a lot. And you're sitting here pretending you're innocent? Now, I'm not saying that I agree with all the things that White Boy did, what he's put out about you. I don't do that here. I don't agree with it. But what I'm saying is you're doing the same type of thing. So you think you can sit there and do that, and then if someone does it to you, well, that's just not okay. And by the way, Prayer Garden, if you're planning on coming out here and putting things out about White Boy, it's already been done. Everybody already knows. Not going to help. It really isn't. You're just going to make him more mad, and he's just going to do more things, and it'll just keep going back and forth. It's a lose-lose situation. But I'd like to know, where's your accountability for all the people that you have doxed? Why don't you tell us that? Have you done anything wrong? I think you have. I think you've hurt a lot of people, and you sit there and you pretend that you're some innocent old lady, or young lady, actually. You pretend you're some young lady. I don't know who you are. I don't care. Except I do know who you are because you show yourself on this platform constantly. You show that you're an evil person. And then you sit there and you play sweet and innocent and try to manipulate people into thinking you're someone you're not. But the real you comes out pretty often. And we see it. We hear it. We know. Where's your accountability, though?
This guy's going sideways at him, and he's doing it in a cruel, awful, mean, sickening way. I mean, see me hurt. I've already been hurt, right? It hurts my feelings. It hurts my feelings that he would do what he did to Justin. It hurts my feelings he would do what he did to Smalley. It hurts my feelings he did what he, was coming sideways at me. It hurts my feelings that he's bringing innocent people who have nothing to do with any of this at all.
And what about the things that you have said about Trevor? What about those, PG? I can't even play that clip because it is such a violation of terms of service, and more importantly, such a violation to a man and an entire community of people. That is one of the worst things I have heard come out of anyone's mouth on this platform. I have no words. I am so angry with that. That and what you've said about Daisy, Jenkins, Yanni, a lot of people, Wisconsin Mama, to name a few. How about Dawn and Candace, who, by the way, we know aren't perfect people. But just so you know, until law enforcement tells us otherwise, they are considered victims. And they're still a protected class. Oops. God doesn't like ugly. You have broken terms of service more times than I can count. You are not innocent. Most people don't even know you said these things because you are a dirty deleter. And you think that it's not going to come back to bite you in the ass one day. Well, I can almost guarantee you it will. Karma is a bitch, and it always catches up to you.
Into the mix, right? Honey, I've already been hurt. And, and then you take these other haters, right? These other haters. I mean, from day one, these are people who I was kind to, who I was good to, who I supported their channels and everything else. And, and what did they do to me? How did they repay me for my kindness and my caring and my love? They came at me, sideways, evilly. And they keep coming at you evilly and keep coming at you evilly. And, and so, I mean, you can't hurt PG any more than PG's already been hurt.
Manipulators often play the victim role, woe is me, by portraying themselves as victims of circumstances or someone else's behavior in order to gain pity or sympathy or to evoke compassion and thereby get something from someone. And that's from Wikipedia. And it's called playing the victim.
I mean, there's nothing to see these people turn on the victims to support stinking suspects. I'm going to tell you, there is no greater pain than that. It is no greater pain when we live in a country that should love and protect our people, right? Our children. And here our children are, coming up missing and destroyed and abused and all of these things. And here we see, the child being kind of pushed into the dark and these sinister, evil humans coming forth, getting support, like they've done nothing. These suspects are coming out and they're getting all the support and all. Who does that? I got to ask myself, when in God's name did we start supporting evilness instead of righteousness?
I think a whole lot of you do way too much. Prayer Garden, wasn't it just like months ago that you were supporting Dawn and Candace? You were straight up their butts. You were a butt licker. All because you wanted Dawn on your show. Oh, and you wanted Candace on your show too. Of course you did. That's how you make the big bucks. But yeah, that's pretty hypocritical. Also, again, I think you're all doing too much. Why is anyone taking any side besides Summers? You don't need to be talking to these people at all. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Let law enforcement do their thing. Leave these people alone. All of you. You don't need to be the good guy, the bad guy, the any guy. Just leave them alone. And if people truly did care about suspects or parents or witnesses, you would keep them the hell off of YouTube. If someone reached out to me, that would be the first thing I'd say. No, you're not coming on YouTube. Not on my channel. And PG, how come you never ask your buddy Ziggy about supporting suspects?
I do say, look, Lord, I've done my best. God's got to do the rest, right? He's got to do the rest because there's only so much PG can do.
What is hero syndrome, you ask? In popular media and literature, it is referred to as the hero syndrome. The term is used to describe individuals who constantly seek appraisal for valiant or philanthropic acts, especially by creating a harmful situation which they then can resolve. And that's from Wikipedia, hero syndrome. Very interesting.
But I'm going to tell you something. I could do a little more exposing. I could do a little more exposing. What kind of humans? What kind of humans? That call themselves, true crime creators for these children, and indeed they're not. Indeed they're not. They're not here for that at all, and it sickens me. And it's time that the true crime community starts to clean up our streets, right? Clean up our streets because these children, need all the voices they can get.
I'll say it again, as I always do. You are not true crime. This community is not true crime. True crime involves facts. That's really it. Maybe a theory or two, but mostly facts. And you don't do facts, Prayer Garden. You do drama, and you do hate, and that's really it. I mean, you like to put missing children's heads on random bodies, other people's children on random bodies. Unacceptable, and that's not true crime. All right, so next we have another panel guest. Her name is Sassy Cats. I don't know, is that Lisa lady? I think it is. I'm not 100% sure though, so don't quote me on that, but I think it's the lady who goes by Lisa as well. All right, let's give it a go. She's interesting.
Hey, PG, I just have one thing to say to Lisa Roots. If you open a live about PG tomorrow night, I promise you I have a channel, and I will set up a live tomorrow night, and you are not going to like what I have to say.
More threats. Not a good look, PG. And just to keep you guys fully updated, this here is the Lisa live stream that really seems to have set PG off. And this is the live stream that she did tonight. The one which she was threatened not to do, or else. She seems real scared, PG. Oh, and by the way, fair warning, this lady on panel has the maturity level of about, I don't know, an 8th grader or so.
So the best thing that you can do is just not even post anything about PG, and you better take that one live down that you're going to do tomorrow night. Because I promise you, I do have a channel, and I will go live.
I can't. I don't even know what to say. It's crazy.
And you will not like what I have to say. So you need to keep PG's name out of your mouth. PG ain't going to be in tomorrow night, but I can be in tomorrow night, and you're not going to like what I have to say, Lisa.
Yeah, I will not defy my God. And you know, Lisa, I would really like to ask you not to defy our God either. You know, tomorrow's the 7th, girl, and you know, it's more important that we stick with our God and observe His day and keep it holy. You know, we got Saturday evening. We got Saturday evening to deal with things, right?
Yeah, but PG, it's not right. It's not right that all of these people out here are attacking you.
It's true, but you listen, I'm worried about your soul, girl. I'm worried about your soul. Not this evil playground they want to entice us to play on when we're not supposed to be there.
Yep.
So, you know, do what God wants us to do. Observe His day, take it easy, you know, and we got 6 other days, right? 6 other days to handle business.
They feign ignorance. This usually ends up as a last resort when a manipulative person is being confronted. Depending on how well they act and lie, feigning ignorance can potentially help them get out of a sticky situation by confusing the other party.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of confused people around these parts.
They make people question their own judgment. Best to be aware, right? This tactic also allows them to continue their personal plans and exploits. They make their tactics seem normal. If it's the norm, how can it be wrong, right?
You know, let us do God's will first.
Well, if I see a community post from her in the morning, she's not going to like exactly what I have to say on her community post neither. So the best thing that she can do is remove all of that from YouTube.
If she's intelligent, she will. If she isn't, she won't. Right?
She ain't intelligent anyway.
For me,
and her lives like nothing but garbage.
For me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, let's get Summer's content out tonight. Let's keep her channel rolling and keep this baby. Let's keep this baby, out here where she needs to be, so she can get found and she can, get brought home, justice served.
Are you kidding me? You are really going to mix Summer in with this garbage, this drama, these threats? Wow. I don't know why I'm surprised. I really don't.
Little Summer needs to find peace, and we need to find closure. And, and I think doing God's will, when we're doing God's will, girl, I think God will be with us. He'll help us, and He'll see it through, right?
Yep.
And, Saturday night, girl, we can go back to back. We could go back to back. I'm going to have the members only, and you can have one too. And hey, I'll be there. Absolutely. You could open a live and we can handle it. We can handle it back to back on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Don't let nobody keep you from observing the 7th and doing God's will. That's a commandment. It's to observe the seventh and keep it holy. That's a commandment. You don't want to be breaking commandments, right? You don't be doing that. You know, PG, I worry too much about my God to be doing this. So, you know, I sometimes my own flesh tries to get to me. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. You know, I have to ask forgiveness like everybody else does. But I mean, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. You know, I have to ask forgiveness like everybody else does.
I think that's the extent of the accountability here.
I mean, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. You know, I have to ask forgiveness like everybody else does.
But you know, for the most part, I try to keep those commandments. You know what I'm saying? I try. I work hard at it. I work hard at it, girl. I work hard at it.
They never take the blame. We all respect those who take responsibility for their actions, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case with manipulative people. They'll always try to shift the blame to someone else if possible.
And sometimes manipulate people into thinking that they're the victim instead. The common narrative that they follow is that the problem is usually never with them, but always with someone else.
They're good at hiding their manipulative traits.
Because this life's only about one thing. And that's making it to where I believe Summer already is. To where I believe she already is. And a lot of these other missing children, where they already are. And, you know, and I'm sure that's what they would want us to be doing too.
I can't stand when people assume that about Summer. Or any missing child, that we don't know the outcome. We don't know where they are. We do not have that evidence. I fully understand why people think that, have the opinion, but I just don't like hearing it out loud. I'm sure her parents and loved ones don't like it either. I like to keep hope alive.
You know, these kids want to see all of us. They want to see all of us, you know, in the next life, living with them forever. So, you know.
So I am officially way past my limit with this one. I'm about ready for my holy water bath. But there's one last thing that we need to check out.
Let's try to stay as much on the righteous path as we possibly can. Now, there's nothing wrong with exposing truth, and I will do that. Come Saturday, I will do that. You know, right now, and needing to get her content out tonight, and as for tomorrow being the 7th, girl, I'm gonna keep it holy. I'm gonna keep it holy right now. Right? I'm gonna keep it holy. I'm a patient person. Trust me, I'm a patient person.
Prayer you are the complete opposite of holy. Like, complete opposite.
I'm going to get started, you guys. We're going to get started up here. Now, let's listen. Let's go back and listen to the, well, you know, here's where I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to start right here tonight. Oh, love a Scorpio. Gifted one Prayer Garden of America membership, girl. I appreciate it. God bless. Here we go. This is little Summer, right? You know, my biggest fear is Summer fading away, right? Fading away, like law enforcement giving up on her, right?
Nope. Not listening to another word out of her mouth. No, Prayer Garden, that is not Summer. That is Summer's head that you photoshopped onto a body and put her in some background. That is not Summer. And this is what you do. You Photoshop the heads of missing and deceased children and put them on bodies and weird objects like motorcycles. And it is disrespectful as, I won't even say it. Most of us, rational people, think that it is extremely disturbing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please do go visit Prayer Garden's community wall, because that's where she puts a lot of the pictures. You don't even have to click into her videos where she puts a lot of these pictures, because she plasters them on her wall as well. It is so disrespectful. These are other people's children. Imagine someone did that to your child. So Prayer Garden, I think I'm going to take your head and put it on a body and see how you like it. Because We know that you do that to other people as well, including other YouTube creators. So why don't we try doing it to you and see how you like it? And I assume that everyone's aware that this is not Prayer Garden's actual real head. It's just how I see her. Summer Wells and every other missing child that you speak about, including Michael Vaughn, Quentin Simon, and all the others. They deserve respect, and so do their loved ones. Until we're told otherwise by law enforcement, these loved ones are victims. They are victims in the eyes of the law. And it's supposed to be your job to respect that. You don't have to like them. You don't. But morals, ethics, rational thinking tells us to keep our mouths shut in certain areas. It's called the right thing to do. I think you need to grow up and stop mixing missing children and drama. Prayer Garden, you've been exposed again.
Every one of her behaviors raises a red flag for me. Red flag!
I want to tell everyone, if you want to give tonight, and throw a blessing into this chat, for Summer, please throw in the memberships. Throw in the memberships, please, because after tomorrow night, you know, if another certain hater decides to come at PG on the 7th, I won't be in tomorrow night, because I will observe the 7th, because that's what I do. That's what I do, no matter what. But if they do, let me tell you, come Saturday, there's going to be member only live, members only, and I'm going to tell you something. It ain't going to be good.